If you need to screenshot something, the snipping tool is a great way to do that. You can access the snipping tool by going to the Start button and then start typing in snip. From here, I can right-click on it and pin it to my taskbar, which will make it show up down here for easy access. I can also right-click and pin it to my Start button. So whenever I click on Start, it'll be right there for me to click on. So to use the snipping tool, you'll click on it. And then I want the background to be grayed out. So I'm going to click New. Once it grays out, that means I'm ready to snip. And I can see the crosshairs, so that way I can drag the area that I want to save, and then it'll pop up in this window. From here, I have some tools. There's a highlighter, so I can highlight things. There's also a pen, different colors. If you go to customize, then you can change the size and the tip type, as well as some additional colors. And then you can draw. And finally, there is an eraser. So if you don't like what you have drawn, then you can erase it. You can also copy this by clicking this button or by right-clicking and going to copy. That way you can insert it in an email or insert it in a smartboard activity for your students to write on. You can also save it to your documents, or you can insert it into an email automatically. So if I choose this first one, email recipient, it'll automatically embed it in an email for me. Or I can choose the second option, email recipient as attachment, and then it includes it as an attachment instead of embedded in the email. Some other options are to change the mode. So normally it's set to rectangular snip, but you can also do a freeform snip. So when you do freeform snip and then click New, I'm going to move this box out of the way. So now I can use my mouse to decide exactly what I want to snip. So instead of having a rectangle, I can cut out areas. And so now I've got this. And I can still use the same tools as before. The other mode is to do a window snip. If I click Window Snip and then New, I click on the window that I want to copy. So I just click on it, and it automatically screenshots that entire window. And finally, the last mode is delay. So if I want to hover over something before it snips, then I can choose a delay. I'm going to say 3 seconds. Click New. That gives me time to hover over an area before it snips. And so for that one, it was set to do the full screen. I can also do a delay with it as a rectangular snip. So it's still set to 3 seconds. Click New. It waits for 3 seconds. And now I can draw my rectangle as I normally would. So if you're playing with the modes and the delay, make sure you always switch back to the normal one, or what you typically use, which is probably rectangular snip and no delay. Otherwise, if I were to just click New again, it'll automatically have that delay. So if you have any questions about using the snipping tool, let me know. I'd be happy to help.